Go to the Liberty Square. What's all dark and stormy?
The midnight chime has faded, yet the night endures. Restless hearts long for an understanding that should be ours. In the freest place of Raguna, I await your arrival. This should be the place Capello mentioned in his invitation.
With this invitation, I wish to personally thank you for all you have done for the Montelli family, and to amend the slight misstep. I hope this gesture will help to mend any misunderstandings and strengthen our alliance. In the name of the Montellis, I shall honor my allies as I do my own kin and blood. In the freest place of Raguna, I await your arrival.
Oh, it's the uncle.
Yours sincerely, Capello Montelli.
Capello Montelli.
I knew it. Another invitation.
Another invitation,
huh? But this wasn't Carlotta. Who's this Capello guy?
He's the uncle.
Oh yeah, the big boss of the vault and all that jazz. Guess it won't hurt swinging by Carlotta's family. They do owe us a big one. I bet he's got something good planned.
A pile of money. Maybe a mega feast?
Ugh. I've been feeling pretty weird lately. My head's all wobbly.
Aww.
I might not be able to show right when you need me.
Get some rest.
Okay, you've got this.
I like Apple's expression here.
Just smash your way through.
Apple actually protects us though, unlike Paimon that hides behind us.
Anyway, I'll leave this to you then. Oh, but hey, if you ever need my help, just give me a shout.
It even gives us a wink. If you ever need my help, just give me a shout. I really like Abby.
To locate me so precisely and deliver the invitation right into my hands. This Capello Montelli knows what he's doing.
What do you mean? She just hasn't shown us her final form? Do you think she'll protect us in the final form though, or is she gonna devour us? On a dark and stormy night. What?
Forgive me for not meeting you properly until now.
Oh.
Guest from the Black Shores, laureate of the Carnival, savior.
We have a lot of titles on us.
Your presence is an honor.
Paimon is day one. Abby came out of nowhere. Well, Abby technically was day one. We just didn't get introduced to them on day one. Abby is technically with us ever since we started the game. Thank you for the hydrate earlier. Let me drink some water. I patched 3.0. Thank you for the hydrate again. I'll drink some water in a bit. Our title is going to be 3 sentences long. I can see it. Abby is our tummy and it has been nomming all the food we've been eating.
Allow me to formally introduce myself.
Capello.
I am Capello Montelli,
Capello.
Carlotta's uncle, son of the Padrino, and the next head of the family.
Oh, but he's the next head of the Montelli, son of Padrino. Capello. I like his design.
Given Capello's stature, a private meeting at this hour? Is it really just about gratitude?
Why the sudden invite?
Without you, the traitors wouldn't have been captured, and I freed from their hands. While Carlotta has expressed our family's gratitude, I feel obliged to do it in person.
But did we do anything to free him though? Didn't we? I thought Carlotta came back and then reported everything has been sorted out. But what did we do? Didn't Carlotta shoot the thing and then we went to the penitent's end and then we hung out with Wachia and Brant? And it's unclear how Carlotta saved the uncle from the order.
But unfortunately, the traitors had little to offer, and the one behind them is still in the shadows. Unnerving, isn't it?
The traitors have little to offer. I heard it's someone high up in the family.
That does narrow down the possibilities. Things aren't as bright for the Montellis as they may seem. The Order, Phassalias, and the Fraxidas, any attempt to break the status quo puts us at risk.
Hopefully if they cut it down or just make a new one, they can just refer to us as the legendary Rover.
The traitors we captured were a warning, but also a reminder to survive. I must seek alliances beyond the family, especially with you, just as Carlotta did.
He wants... You or Carlotta? What's the difference? That's what I was thinking.
Now that you mention it, let me be clear.
He and Carlotta are different?
Carlotta is dear to me, and nothing will change that. But she's from the lesser branch of the family.
The lesser branch of the family?
Tradition says I, the rightful heir, should manage dealings with the Black Shores.
What does the lesser branch of the family mean? Human had a little gesture!
Restoring order and benefiting the family as I intended. That's what I meant in the letter by amending a slight misstep.
He doesn't like us dealing with
The leader
Carlotta?
of the Black Shores must have sent you here with a purpose. Tell me, and I will offer you support.
It does seem like he doesn't want us to hang out with Carlotta. Carlotta invited us here. Though I suppose we are here because we wanted to seek a remedy for our poor Abby. Support with a high price, I suppose.
The choice is yours, of course. But as the family heir, I will not see my authority.
He's an evil guy?
Even by those I consider allies.
Well, I don't know about evil, but he doesn't seem...
So if you can't stand by
he
my
seems
side,
a bit different
I prefer
than I
you stay
imagined.
out of the Montellis' affairs.
If you don't deal with me, then
Otherwise,
you don't get to
believe me,
deal with anyone.
you won't want to find yourself at odds with us, no matter how strong you are.
Welcome back, Cyber Carnage. I did hear there's a new season of solo leveling. How has it been?
You're welcome to remain an observer from the sidelines, but once you join the table, you play by the rules.
My
My
rules.
rules.
Well said.
Oh,
But the rules are not set in
Carlotta
stone,
is here.
are they?
She was here
What matter of
eavesdropping.
intrigue brought you and Rover together at this hour, Uncle? A table? Are we speaking of a splendid card game, then?
Your timing is most unfortunate. Our
Maybe
little
she just
chat
arrived.
finished.
Pity. I didn't think you'd pull her aside for a private word. Especially after all Rover and I have been through together.
Carlotta's insinuating he can't just
But since you've finished,
pull Rover
would
from
you
me,
excuse
from
us now?
Carlotta. Since you've finished, would you excuse us
Carlotta,
now?
you stay. I have more to discuss with you.
Meet me at the rendezvous. Beware the ice.
Oh, secret message. Beware the eyes.
A gun is a powerful tool, but only in the hands of the worthy.
Apollo doesn't like Carlotta.
I understand, Uncle. I've never forgotten where my privileges come from. Nor will I covet what's not mine. The Black Shores, the Carnival. My sole principle is whether they benefit the Montellis. I will execute any command that strengthens the family. And crush any threats
She's
to
really
our
loyal
standing.
to the Montellis. I use gun how I want. Basically, she was telling her uncle, hands off is the new chord set best installed on Yumi. And the new Imperium Anthem set will be good for our Yumi.
Very well. Keep your words
Oh,
in
my
mind.
starting Carlottas Quest. I wanted to start Carlottas Quest. It was super good. Sunjin Woo had a major glow up. I'll check it out later.
Uncle, about Bennett.
Who's Bennett?
Have you heard?
Have I heard?
That family thief stealing from the vault. Why? Are you suggesting I failed my duties?
A family thief stealing from the vault.
Not at all. I just happened to overhear someone talking about it in passing.
Poor Bennett in every universe. You got Carlotta and her weapon and 5 pulls?
Guess I'll have to
Congratulations. Uncle just got kidnapped and shuffled off, tied up. And now he's going to pretend that he has any say in anything. Yeah, it was kind of weird. We didn't actually know what happened to the uncle and then how Carlotta freed the uncle from the order. And what they're going to do about the truth that they discovered about how there's 2 divinities. They didn't really touch upon that. Who's this? A polite bow and then he leaves. Meanwhile, whoever was following me seems to have left. This guy almost looked like he had the cape from Alto. Is he one of them? There's something distinctive about his attire and demeanor. I think flying would make you more sus. Not if you fly high enough to fly over all of them. Kind of like when Carlotta was jumping over the chandelier. She was so high up no one saw her.
Might I trouble you for a light, young lady?
Oh? This guy looks special. Might I trouble you for a light? We progress so fast. We're meeting family members. Good night to Prid. Thank you for joining in. Hope you rest well. Sorry, I don't have one.
Oh well. A cigar without smoke. My granddaughter told me Raguna's reign is a bad omen. Can't argue with that.
Wait, my
now,
granddaughter? That means he's the head of the family, grandfather. If granddaughter is Carlotta, then the grandfather is the current head of the Montelli, so maybe he's our head? I can sound him out a bit.
You've been looking at this painting for a while. Anything special about it?
A sad day for rain.
Oh. Did it capture your interest as well?
His eyes are also
or
blue.
Are you simply passing the time until the rain ends?
You could say I'm waiting. The uncle's eyes were also blue.
Then it seems you'll have to put up with me for a while.
He does have some 6 sigils on his coat. So he's waiting out the rain.
The Montelli family prides themselves on their eclectic taste in art. Any style by any artist can find its home within their quarter. Art knows no boundaries of time, place, or the mind. Here we stand, united by the rain, drawn to the same painting. They say in art, we glimpse pieces of our own
Everyone
soul.
interprets art differently.
What do you make of this piece? Care to share your thoughts?
You step closer to steady the collage. Small, irregular shapes nest within larger circles, their edges melding together to form a delicate harmony. This balance, however, feels precarious, as if 2 opposing forces are on the verge of collision. The large circles completes itself by absorbing the small circles. It's too abstract for me. Maybe the artist is seeking some kind of change.
Indeed. True artistry lies not only in what is painted, but what is left unsaid. I share the same view, except that I'm somehow saddened by the part that forsakes its character to achieve balance. Perhaps chosen by the artist for its uniqueness. Now is not the time to cling to existing balance, but to embrace the unknown.
Just as she once
Seek change
did.
and carve out one's path, just as she once did.
He must be talking about the Montelli family. As the rain finally ceases, the elderly man departs, leaving you to contemplate the painting's deeper meaning alone. We're still actually staring at the painting. Carlotta is here.
Glory in Decay. The Impressionist Pazzoli's latest piece. Didn't know you had such refined taste.
I like how she slaps us on the back. Kind of wonder how the old man sounds in CN. Me too. Can we listen to the story voices in the gallery as well? I was discussing it with an old gentleman. He left after the rain stopped.
I dodged those pesky eyes the whole way here. Worried you'd been kept waiting too long. But it seems you've kept yourself entertained. So, the old gentleman was simply hiding from the rain, was he? I see. The Montelli Quarter does attract art enthusiasts.
Carlotta
Anyway, I'm
know.
glad prying eyes didn't follow. When it rains in Ragusa, surprises are as common as puddles. A delay is only a small splash. Calling you here with little explanation and a word of caution. I can only imagine your confusion.
You and your uncle both. The Montellis enjoy their intrigue, don't they?
The shark in our midst has finally made its move.
A shark in our midst. Apollo?
Recently, several of our partners claimed to have found a superior cellar and ended their dealings with us. Meanwhile, Bennett, our vault keeper, was reported to have embezzled and sold vault assets. It's said that he tried to flee, but was killed by tacit discords outside the city.
Bennett, the vault keeper, embezzled and sold vault assets. So Bennett betrayed the family as well.
I'm not so sure. I've worked with Bennett before. He was principled, bold, but not reckless. Not one to easily betray. And the night he died, he sent a photo to my terminal. A blood-stained page of an anthology, marked with 3 phrases. Thy eyes guide my course in the tempest. When 40 winters siege thy beauty, and the planet turns right, twice and a half.
That's rather cryptic. Bennett? Does sound like he might have been framed.
The meaning is
Thank
yet
you,
to
one
be
mic
revealed,
for the hydrate.
but he is
Let me drink
clearly
some water.
conveying a message. All evidence points to Bennett being the key to uncovering the shark lurking in our waters. The Montelli family is a symbol of liberation for Ragusa. We uphold freedom and equality for all. Our vault is the heart of our family. And if it is corrupted, it threatens not only us, but risks plunging the city back into oppression and isolation.
That's a lot of wine in the case.
As much as I hate to suspect family members,
All
I
the
cannot
family
rule any of
members
them out.
are suspicious.
You, however, are different. As an outsider who has aided us in capturing
So we're
the
gonna
initial
help
traitors,
Carlotta with family
I
affairs.
hope to not be proven wrong, but I feel that I can trust you. My uncle's words were clear. Only those at the table can play the game. To engage with my family, one must have both standing and purpose. So, I offer you a new identity.
A new
In our
identity?
upcoming
Cat's
inquiry.
eye.
Cat's eye. a provisional member under my patronage.
But I'm not truly a member of the family.
If you wish to join, you must undertake the final assessment and pledge your loyalty to the Montellis.
Oh, we're gonna officially join as a part of our Montelli family. Why Cat's Eye?
When it comes to family matters, we like to use code names, each tied to a
code name is
unique token.
Opal.
Mine, for example, is Opal. Opal recommended Cat's Eye. It has a ring to it, don't you think?
Opal recommended Cat's Eye.
Also, have you looked closely at your own eyes? They share the same luster as Cat's Eye gems.
So we all get our little code names.
Now, Cat's Eye, will you stand with me to catch the traitor within our family and avert this looming threat?
You recommended me, so it's your call. We must prevent this threat and bring peace to Laguna. I want to uncover... Oh, I forgot to click on the third one. I want to uncover the identity of our shark.
I understand decorum is important to the Montellis. But among friends, can't we be a bit more informal?
What made you say that?
You're always one step ahead. How about we slow down and savor the present?
Ah, you're curious who I am beyond my role. Is that it? I just might entertain that.
I want to actually get to know Carlotta. Our eyes does resemble the color. She knows you're a cat. I'm a cat.
But for now, my agents just sent me the address of Bennett's residence. While his body has been found, what he left behind is still out there.
At Bennett's quarters. Let's try our luck at his residence. You rendezvous with Carlotta after her investigation.
So they found nothing, but assumed Uncle wasn't concerned. That makes no sense. Everything that happened recently ties back to the vault. If Uncle wished to protect his position, he'd be quick to retrieve the items and resolve the situation.
Maybe he's hiding something. Things don't add up.
Curiously, Bennett was last sighted in the vicinity of Liberty Square, where you met Uncle. Last night, I was investigating the area before I happened upon your private meeting. But when I brought this up with him afterwards, he didn't seem privy to any details. As for my search of Bennett's home, nothing of note turned up, just as the two agents reported. I found no spoils, not even the faintest trace of them being stored or moved. Everything about his living space fits the profile of a typical Junior Vault employee. I also asked around about Bennett after our previous collaboration.
He was
ambitious, but never greedy.
And he definitely didn't betray them.
I was even told he refused a bribe offered by a business associate during an operation.
How much GB is Wuthering Waves on mobile? I feel like at least 20, 30. The latest update was 17 from, I think, what someone said in chat.
The Montelli family is ever generous with wealth and opportunities, welcoming all who aspire to make their mark in Laguna.
Who's listening?
Mere profit would never make him betray us.
The family protects.
For now, more evidence is required. The entire matter might need to be approached from a different angle. Shh! Hold still. See that man over there, the one that looks like a grey dove?
We're both looking at each other. Without making a movement, you follow Carlotta's line of sight. Not far away, a man, partially hidden, is frequently glancing in your direction. He seems to be observing you and Carlotta. Noticing your gaze, he immediately starts running. I was thinking, shouldn't he notice us if we're staring?
After him, quick.
After him, quick! Follow the old man. end?
Nowhere to run. Now it's time for
that was easy. Is this the game that has Camellia? This is the game that has Camellia. I'm actually using Camellia when I was running around.
These old creaky bones of mine.
He did look like he was running kind of slowly. These old creaky bones of mine.
Did I offend you? Or are you just chasing down every passing soul? Never thought the Montellis would grow so aggressive.
Just a glance, and you can tell we're Montellis? Well, we are the
No one
Montellis
knows the family's ways better than its members, even though he's no longer one of us.
Oh, she recognizes
right,
him.
old Duncan?
Old Duncan.
I must admit, you have an annoyingly good memory. It's remarkable that someone of your rank would remember a man such as myself.
I will never forget that stormy night.
Oh?
Nor any of the members who were caught in it.
Sadly, I've no desire to be remembered. To me, Montelli is only a name of the past. There were moments of joy, but they cannot make up for my loss.
Now I only feel tired.
I feel tired.
What are you doing eavesdropping on us?
Why go back to what you claim to have left in the past? Unless there is something you can't ignore.
You were standing across from Bennett's doorway, and your clothes are still damp from the rain. You weren't simply passing by, you were watching.
Carlotta the detective.
Or, should I ask, what did you hope to find?
I don't know. To grieve for my last friend in the family? To blame him for being so reckless and greedy? Or to figure out how this fool ended up in such a mess? Hoping to find the lost items and settle his debts, so he may rest in peace. I tried to persuade him to leave with me, but failed. In Raguna's game, the Montelli family has only two options.
Raguna's game.
We either play to win, or are forced to leave with nothing. Every Montelli has a chance at their desires. But what's the price? They stake everything they hold dear. Family, love, faith, principles, and even their life. Now, his ambition
He wasn't a greedy person, though. Is that why you left the family?
Most people find acceptance easier than change, as change demands the bravery to face uncertainty.
Thank you,
No
Down
great endeavor
for
is without
subscribing
its
with
perils.
Prime. Happy 7 months! Thank you for the 7 months of support. Yeah, the English voice acting has gotten quite a bit better, especially for some of the EMVAs. I especially like Carlotta, the girl that was speaking Carlottas EMVA. Most people find acceptance easier than change, as change demands the bravery to face uncertainty. No great endeavor is without its perils.
So yes,
Change is always
if the
difficult.
Montellis are to drive the change and push past current barriers, the path ahead will be anything but easy. The family exists to withstand what an individual cannot, and accomplish what might otherwise be unattainable. But within the family,
Thank you, Max, for the
each
hydrate.
Montelli still
That's
enjoys the freedom
Shadow
of choice.
Hearts V8.
Your leaving is a testament to this, is it not? If you're willing, there is still much to be done for Bennett. His terminal, the alleged
recruited
stolen
an
goods,
ally.
everything but his body remains missing. Given your familiarity, you might help us in locating these items.
Bennett's death may not be as simple as it looks.
In that case, you might want to speak to Scarlet Velvet.
Another code name?
The leader of a network of commoners seeking freedom in Raguna. They had close ties with Bennett.
Leader of a network of
If
commoners.
he was really stealing, I'd wager they were complicit. And that said, with their recent fallout with the family, I can't guarantee you'll find them.
We have little choice but now. Let's go. We're off to the most reliable source of information in Raguna.
Oh? This is Camellia. Head to the most reliable source of information. We'll go fly there. Oh no! Most reliable source of information. Over here. Wait, I'm on the top. I'm on the roof. But it'll probably teleport me down. The best place for information is a pub.
They say fortune seldom favors those who lack a taste for fine drinks. Among traders, there's a secret code in the way drinks are mixed. A base of bitter almond and mint, for instance, usually signals danger and death. But some have devised their own more private codes.
Send the codes. The tavern or the drunks? Welcome, Almighty Fenrir. Good morning. How do you cancel the plunge? Flying cancels the plunge, which is pretty nice. Previously, you could never cancel the plunge attack, or you could only cancel it once with the dodge. But now you can cancel it by using your flying key. Ah yes, a bitter almond for danger, so you can't tell whether it's cold or if it's cyanide. So they send messages by what they order.
Yes.
Maybe that's exactly the
neutral zone in the city.
idea. You drink it and then you know it's either it's dangerous, or you're already in the middle of the danger because you drink something dangerous and deadly.
With the ongoing feud between Scarlet Velvet and the Montellis, finding her will be difficult. But I've heard they have eyes and ears here.
Scarlet Velvet.
So all that remains is to order the right drink, watch the crowd, and let their reactions lead us to Scarlet Velvet's contact.
Greetings. What will it be today?
Bartender.
A Scarlet Velvet ribbon, please.
Scarlet Velvet. An uncommon choice. Perhaps the one you seek is waiting just as patiently. May you both find what you've come for.
You just have to say the name. Scarlet Velvet ribbon. Talk to those present to identify the contact. Obsessed man.
Kirsch, whiskey, and cherry tomatoes.
Cherry tomatoes!
Does it mean revenge?
They're trying to decipher the drinks.
Blood orange gin. That drink you have there is quite rare. Would you mind telling me what it means?
The secret too terrifying to speak of.
Wait. Maybe I'm not ready for this.
Wait. Maybe I'm not ready for this.
I don't want to know. Imperator above. I am but a humble man, obsessed with the secret code of drink. I've been exploring how drinks might encode numerical values through...
The key to any language lies in the shared rules and agreements. With that in mind, the same drink, or even the same object, can be given countless meanings.
For an instant, you'll feel a gaze from where you got your drink, but it vanishes as soon as you turn to...
Sounds like you've been at this code research for quite some time. Do you know when the bartender started his shift today?
Carlotta's suspecting the bartender.
Let me see. I got here quite early.
8 o'clock.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
Joyous man.
The wild desires, they swallow me like the roaring wave. But this amber drink...
A deadly poison? Or a healing tonic?
Or a healing tonic. No, leave me be. The void. The endless void.
They all kind of sound like they're drunk.
I want no part in anything, Louis. Montelli, Phasalia, the Order, the Commoners. Without
Is he
these
just
names,
drunk
what
or
sets us apart?
completely out of it? For a moment, you sense a pair of eyes on you from where you picked up your drink. But as you turn to look, the feeling quickly fades away.
Clearly, he's not the...
A bartender keeps looking at us. Voluble woman.
Oh, there you are. I noticed you as soon as you walked in.
Care to join
Don't get me
for
wrong.
a drink?
I've only been here long enough to recognize that drink, but I'm not making any guarantees beyond that. That swagger and flair. You're with the Montelli family.
I can recognize us
Am I
from
right?
the swagger and
I know
flair.
I'm not the one you came for, but don't dash off just yet. You don't know what I have up my sleeve, you know? How about you let me prove how reliable I can be for your family? Go on, test me.
Ask about Carlotta.
Oh, that name. She's the second Montelli daughter, but she usually goes by
I'm so
another
curious who the
codename,
first
Opal,
Montelli
when on
daughter
duty.
is. Of course, information is best obtained from drunks, that is true. Or they could also just be spewing something that they made up in their drunken state of mind.
But you better ask the lady next to you yourself. In our line of work, it's considered rude to
She
discuss
knows we're
someone
with
when they're within earshot.
Carlotta.
Impressive. You've proved yourself capable. 3 days from now,
Recruited.
at this hour, return here and order a golden ears mambo. Watch for someone wearing a green tourmaline.
Well, we can't talk to her anymore. I wanted to hear what she said about the other options. Ordinary bartender. Ask for other drink options. Hand him the scarlet velvet ribbon.
Anything else I can get you? Or is there a problem with the drinks?
As
We're here
expected
for
from a
you.
scarlet velvet informant, you are smart. In a place like this, a bartender is the perfect cover. You mix every drink and pass every code. You might not understand all of them, but nothing of
Oh
importance
yeah, how can they
ever
trust the
escapes
bartender? To not recognize all their codes. I guess they might not understand
So
all of
this
them.
scarlet velvet ribbon is meant for you. Am I correct, sir?
Well, well. It finds its way back to me at last. Contact has been made, and by the rules, the conversation should follow. But Scarlet Velvet has decided there will be no further dealings with the Montellis. The partnership is broken, and whatever bond you had is all but gone. If you do meet up, Lady Carlotta,
I wonder what
aren't
happened
you
with the
afraid things might
Scarlet
turn ugly?
Velvet.
It's rumored that Scarlet Velvet's decision to end our partnership has something to
Oh.
do with a vault keeper named Bennett.
So maybe after solving this case, we'll be back to good
surely
friends
you
again.
don't believe that nonsense.
Then what is the truth? Bennett was recently found dead in the wild. The dead are silent, but you are not.
Wait, Bennett is dead?
He didn't even know.
That complicates things, I'm not sure if trusting Montelli is a wise choice, but in memory of Bennett, go to Whisperwind Haven after dusk.
Ah, the Montelli's second daughter, and this year's laureate. I suggest you tread carefully and avoid crossing the Order and the Sentinel. Especially
And
not
the
for the sake
Sentinel.
of mere commoners.
Wait, was it said that she was adopted? If it were prince and princess, they'd usually be separate. That's what I thought too.
Must I remind you again? Trading reserved terminals is a breach of the discipline.
No one is trading
We
terminals.
paid good money for these. If you're taking them, you owe us a refund.
Yet the very traders who took your money have seen the error of their ways and reported your dealings. They have sworn to
So
repent
I think
for
the
their
way they say it in
illicit
Chinese would
production
tell. They probably
and
call her
cease all
Arxiaojie
trade with you.
for her second daughter. The traders who took your money have seen the error of their ways. They've sworn to repent for their illicit production. Is he talking about the Montellis?
How sad, Miss Carlotta. Such loyalty to your family, only to be left in the dark.
He
No
speaks
one
with
bothered
a
to inform
flair.
you, did they?
Oh, please. My ties with the family are not so fragile as to be shaken by mere word. The fact that we're having this conversation at all means that you cannot ignore my status. The Sentinel and the Primus have declared free trade as our undeniable right. Scarlet Velvet is always entitled to trade as they please, regardless of their previous partnerships. You preach the doctrine, yet fail to adhere to it yourself. If I were you, I'd be on
I'd be
my
on
way
my
to the
way to
penitentiary.
the penitentiary.
Willful transgression
Penitentiary.
is the worst blasphemy one can imagine.
Are sure asking the creator of the Sentinel to not cross the Sentinel.
Mark my words. The day Montelli is brought to its knees by the Order and Phasalia will be the day you beg for the Sentinel's mercy.
We don't know what happened to Alto after we fell down and then we got rescued by Brant and them. Presumably Alto wasn't attacked.
When that day comes, all shall be under the Order's control. and it will not
The order
be
is about to
long
be brought down
coming.
soon. The acolyte departs with his entourage. Scarlet Velvet signals the
Ernesto, the
others to
bartender,
leave.
said you needed to see me. You may have just offended us, but you heard it. Your family has left us in a mess. But since Ernesto said it's about Bennett, I'll give you a minute, for his sake. Speak quickly.
What if the order is trying to turn us
Regardless
against
of the bigger
each other?
picture, your side ended the deal. We were informed at short notice to stop all trade. And it's not just the terminals. No more jewelry,
No more jewelry and
perfumes and all that
perfumes.
nonsense. You saw what happened today. And not to mention, I haven't seen him on telly for nearly 2 weeks. Where were you when we were fighting against the Order and the Phassalias?
Montelli has been dealing with internal
There was a slight
troubles.
issue of a traitor in the vault. A direct approach works best at times. Actually, what that acolyte claimed is news to me. Surrendering control and ceasing trade.
She didn't
are
know
not
about
in the
this.
Montelli's vocabulary.
Alto is out there scamming. He's the first daughter. He's just gone, and Rover's like, "Did I forget something?" And the Rover didn't think to ask about what happened to Alto.
The Montelli creed has always been family first and a pioneering spirit second.
With your grandfather, maybe. But he won't be around forever. When Capello takes the helm, you won't have a say. The real question is whether we can get our trade back on track. Can your family still be trusted? What I need is a solid promise
She
from
wants to
someone in
continue
charge.
the trade.
One thing's for sure. I don't want to see the family who first broke the monopoly to trade with us commoners end up defending it.
I'll speak with my uncle and grandfather to see what happened with our cooperation.
You know what?
It does seem
This is
like there's
supposed to
only
be
the
your family's
uncle
business.
and the
Why
grandfather
am I
in the
saying this to
family.
you?
And potentially
Excuse my
her.
earlier words.
There's no one else, it's just grandfather and then uncle. This is the Carlotta quest. Thank you, Alvi, for the hydrate.
So, Ernesto told me Bennett's gone. What happened? He seemed fine the last time we met.
He was still alive and kicking the last time we met. Some say he got what he deserved for stealing. And there are rumors you helped him fence the stolen items. But we think there's
Good
more to
judgment
the
there.
story.
The rumours are nonsense. Fencing stolen goods? Please. Bennett used to handle our shipments
There
for
is
the vault,
something
but
fishy.
everything was above board. Nothing shady, okay? He knew his stuff. Never took advantage of us, never
The
budged on
first daughter
prices
is
either.
dead.
For him, it was always business first, friendship
Oh yeah, the way her mouth.
When he was running late, he'd stay up at that hill sometimes. We even
the way
set up
her
a shelter
mouth
there
moves.
after it happened a few times.
It reminds me
That's
of the Muppets. It reminds me of like the puppet mouths. When they open and then when they close. That's a good point, Squeevy. For him, it was always business first, friendship second. He'd always stay up that hill sometimes.
Come to think of it, he did stay there for a while the last time we saw him. Asked us to stash
maybe we can
something
find
too.
something.
What was it he said? I hope we don't need to use it.
Seems Bennett may have anticipated the trouble ahead. I wonder if you might show us to the shelter. We'd be
I
most
wish I
grateful.
could speak in their accent. I'm not good at emulating the accents.
There's an entrance along the coast. Go straight down the road and you'll see it. What's your business there anyway?
To test their hypothesis and see if there is anything of importance. You share the clues and items you found with Carlotta.
Something is strange here.
These items aren't exactly rare, but they're not everyday objects either. They seem out of place here.
And it's trying to send a message.
Looks like Bennett left them deliberately.
Indeed. But what I find strange is these items. Don't they seem familiar? Do you recall those 3 lines from the anthology? The ones Bennett sent me in the photo?
The 3
Thy
items
eyes
and the 3
guide my
lines.
course in the tempest. The woman in the painting here seems to stand in the gloomy rain, but her eyes remain bright.
This line refers to the letters ML and CL.
Like the secret code in drinks, what matters is never the object themselves, but the shared rules and agreements between both parties. Now the book. It appears to be about winter, which is likely related to the second
40
line,
winters.
40 winters.
Page 40. You flip the book to page 40, and there written in large numbers are 1, 9, and 0.
The last one is a rotor device. The planet
revolves right 2.5. You and Carlotta rotate the device. With a click, a slip of paper pops out showing numbers 4, 6, and 8.
MLCL 190468.
It's the vault storage code.
Of course it is. Bennett was a vault keeper. 4 letters. The highest clearance level in the vault.
Time to go check it out.
Hold on.
Carlotta? Yeah.
Oh, it's Duncan. He just appears in the simulation.
Bennett's terminal. Yeah, that's for me to know. But it was not in good shape after what it went through. Yeah, if you can use it at all, the data and the records inside might need to be recovered.
Understood. I'll have someone pick it up for restoration.
Wait, what now? What, you're not even gonna check?
Why are you studying?
It's nothing really. Just worried it might be too tricky to repair.
He looks kind of strange in the simulation. Welcome, Noob Tragito. To unlock the tacit field, you walk over, and then you should be able to walk into the portal.
Alright.
Because I remember I went over to a right when I first started. I didn't do my main quest, and I didn't do any of the other quests. I just walked over, and then there was the golden door thing. And then you just directly walk in. What now? Shall we go get the terminal or see what item the code
We're returning
represents?
to the Montelli quarter first. The terminal will be fixed there. You might not know this, but Bennett was never granted the highest clearance in the vault.
Isn't that a good sign?
But it's replaced by another suspicion. One I am
Someone
reluctant. Only grandfather, uncle,
But there does seem to be only be 3
clearance.
There does seem to only be 3 members, 3 key members of the Montelli family: the grandfather, the uncle, and Carlotta.
Liberty Square, our proximity, the vault's security clearance, a traitor among the top brass, the indifference towards the stolen goods, and the authority to end dealings with Scarlet Velvet. There's someone all evidence points to. But if it was truly him, the heir to our family, who betrayed us, wouldn't that be utterly absurd? Now all that remains is to see what the code reveals.
But that would make sense.
It might clear our
if
doubts.
he was colluding with the Order.
Or confirm
that would make sense why he got captured by them so easily. The one to farm Carlotta said requires you to do a world quest to remove the storm. I don't think so, because I didn't do the quest to remove the storm. Did I? I don't think I did. I feel like I went over there and then I farmed it in the beginning. I don't think I did the quest to remove the storm.
I'll be
only
with
one
you,
way
no
to
matter
find
what.
out.
Someone extracted the core data module. It's empty now.
How do you spawn Crownless and Memphis? You might need to finish completing their challenges, the exploration dream challenges.
This must be what Bennett was trying to tell us before he died. Someone with access to the vault has broken their oath and leaked the data module.
But there are only 3 people with access to the vault.
Only Uncle, Grandfather, and I
but maybe it's
have the clearance to retrieve it.
Grandfather was telling us about change. Someone with access to the vault has broken their oath and leaked the data module. Grandfather we did have a conversation with the grandfather. That clears up the questions.
In Renisita, the Order maintains control over terminals, unlike other countries where they're freely traded. My grandfather learned to modify them during his early ventures in the new Federation. Our lantern-type terminal is a modified model. It may look purely ornamental, but it houses the tech modules we've developed. As Scarlet Velvet said, aside from our art dealings, we've been supplying these terminals to resonators at fair prices as part of our discreet business. By doing so, we've broken the Order's monopoly. We've given more people the means to protect themselves in their ventures.
The Order
giving
doesn't
them
like
choices
that.
they didn't
Welcome
have before.
Dragon King Arsenal to this stream.
The Order is aware of our discreet business, but they turn a blind eye as long as we don't openly challenge their authority.
Turn a blind eye.
The hefty taxes we pay maintain
because we're paying
delicate understanding.
The Montellis pay them a lot of money.
As a result, No family member would ever divulge our terminal secrets, much less allow the modules to fall into the wrong hands. What exactly are you planning, Uncle? No. We must find the core module.
Someone's calling.
Carlotta, where are you?
Capello.
Uncle, may I ask you something first?
Oh, she's asking the real questions.
The priest showed me your pendant.
Was the priest?
How did he come by it?
Was the priest bluffing?
And what
How
led
did he
to
come
your
by
capture?
it?
Does it matter? All you need to know is that it's handled, and I'm in the clear now.
Oh, so maybe Carlotta herself didn't even know how the uncle got freed. She probably returned back, and then the uncle freed himself because he was never captured in the first place.
Were you mistreated? Did they coerce you into doing something against your will?
Heed my words. Whatever you've uncovered, put it
behind you.
And all will be as it was. No grudges, no consequences, only family. Now, we've had some trouble with the shipment over at Septimont. As the rightful heir, I'm giving you a new order. Take care of it. And I'll pretend none of this ever happened.
I refuse.
Oh?
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
I said I refuse. I can't act as if nothing happened. I won't let a family member die unjustly, or see our modules fall into the wrong hands.
Don't trouble yourself with the modules. Yes, our family's ambition has led us far, but it's exacted a price paid in blood and tears.
But he is the one that's
Harm is there in
colluding.
choosing the safer, easier path.
I can't believe you just said that. So, you're refusing to tell the truth and reveal the module's location, is that it?
Why do you insist on tearing everything apart? Have you ever thought about what Padrino would say? What others would think of us? I've given you an out. All you need to do is accept it.
Then so be it.
Time to take things into our own hands.
Your course is set, as is mine. But mark my words, I will stop you, Mr. Capello.
Seems like we solved the
small
mystery of what happened
family.
to the uncle during the main quest. When does the drip marketing for Wuthering Waves? I don't think they have a set date. Kind of just have to wait and see if they drip. Cause I remember, wasn't there that one patch where they dripped like the character for the next patch before the character for the current patch even came out? Before the banner for our current characters. Before the patch released. Welcome back, Holy Cradle. That's kind of random, so we have to just wait and see for if Brand is releasing next. Thank you, Max, for the hydrate. Let me drink some water.
Really? I just wished...
Aww.
No. I did promise I'd try to drop the pretense with you. I may need more time to come to terms with all of this. I don't regret uncovering the truth and exposing the traitor. I'm just saddened that my uncle is the one behind it all. We were meant to be the guardians of our family's ideals.
Because after grandfather,
carry the torch forward.
And if the uncle has defected, then it's only Carlotta.
Well, wallowing in emotion won't solve anything. Our priority now is to recover the data module. Every moment it's missing puts our family at greater risk. The core module is difficult to carry around. They must have hidden it. The dock Bennett visited used for storage. Could it be there? We need to adjust our strategy. My conversation with Capello will have alerted him. He's likely to move the module sooner than expected. I need to inspect the dock for any clues.
Are we gonna split up?
Indeed, but time is not on our side. If Capello acts on this, I might lose my window to secure the module. Our sole advantage now is that we're operating as a pair. I need you to take this terminal to Pierre at the bank. If the dock turns out to be a dead end, we will need other leads. I know that securing the module alone won't suffice.
I'll figure it out, says Carlotta. According to plan, you and Carlotta part ways. Head to Capello's private dock. Oh, it's right here.
They call it a dock, but no ships ever come. Uncle has concealed what he took from the vault here. A secluded place entirely under his control.
It's pretty easy to fly over, but I guess only we can fly. So is anyone going to let Grandpa know? That is true. How come she doesn't consult the current head of the family? Welcome back, Varianto. 欢迎回来 Hero Kisama， 谢谢这20个月以来的支持 ，Happy 20 months。Welcome Imagination. You trace the energy fluctuations to the piled goods and start looking for its source. On the left, a delicate aroma of wine fills the air as you spot bottles of golden osmanthus wine. To the right, carefully folded custom-made clothes catch your eye with the luxurious fabrics. But none of them are the data module you seek, nor do they seem connected to the mysterious energy fluctuation. I see something over on that side. You track the energy fluctuations, sifting through the gaps between stashed goods and looking for its source. A storage box catches your eye. Inside, a stunning handicraft adorned with jewels sits in stillness. It's exquisite, but not what you seek.
Nothing so far. Was I wrong? Maybe this place doesn't hold what we're looking for. Why did Bennett come here then? Or am I too late? Did Capello get here first?
The doubts are starting to settle in.
And the energy fluctuation. It was going off and on. No, I couldn't have been imagining it.
But she trusts herself.
Such a big mirror. Why is it here?
Oh.
Doesn't seem to be made of common glass, but some kind of crystallized energy. Oh.
Oh.
Will I find the data module on the other side? Or was all this just a trap?
Or was all this just a trap? A hand came out and pulled her in. It looked like it was wearing her gloves.
Hello again.
Old gentleman. It is speaking of the grandfather. I like how one of the choices just hello again. Carlotta's grandfather, as if we've actually been introduced. Thank you, Jay, for subscribing with Prime. Thank you for using your Prime subscription on the channel. You must be Francisco, the current head of the Montelli family. Should I call you Padrino, like the rest do? We'll go with Carlotta's grandfather.
You don't seem very surprised to learn who I am.
Carlotta told me Mr. Pierre always follows her grandfather around. My instincts weren't wrong when I saw you together. It also explains why you seemed familiar when we first met.
Was our previous meeting really a coincidence?
What's the term for it?
Francisco?
A destined encounter?
Padrino.
The universe brought us together and I happened to
I'm curious to hear what he sounds like in the other languages.
It's almost poetic. Wouldn't you agree? That's it. I doubt you want more chit-chat. I know you're here for that terminal.
Does he know about everything
Let
else
Pierre
then?
inspect it for you, and we can resume our conversation.
Pierre scratches his head as he takes the terminal away and starts tinkering. You knew I was coming. And you knew why I'm here.
Remember that painting we discussed earlier? In a fragile equilibrium, the smaller piece is forced to repress its true nature. It's confined to a seemingly flawless structure, stripped of its autonomy. I don't want the same fate for her.
Thank you, Aki Nova, for gifting a subscription to the stream. Thank you for gifting. Welcome, Jay, to the chat.
But I can't simply impose my path
He cares a
upon
lot
her,
about Carlotta.
expecting blind obedience. She must find her own path, with a partner she can fully trust. As for those who betray their own blood, there will be no lenience.
Oh, so he already knows about everything.
Even my own son is not exempt from this. However, before I intervene, I want to see her plan take shape. My hand
wants
should
to
only
let
be
her
played
have a
as
big role.
final measure. The old give way to the new. It's the way of the world.
So
But
Carlotta's
for us
going to
Montellis,
become the
courage
head
to
of the
break from
family.
the past matters far
Yeah, he
more
does
than
have the
clinging
aura.
to it.
He does have the aura of the mafia boss. The Montelli and the Fasali are like the two mafias here. He's like, I already know everything, but I want to let Carlotta handle things. And then he's only going to step in if it's absolutely necessary. Welcome, Sanj CHN, to this stream. So, we're marrying the new head of the family.
So I ask you this favor. When the time is right, give this to her.
This is a new...
She'll need it.
It's a
perfume?
little tricky, but you're lucky to have my expertise. This terminal is defunct, but I've retrieved all its data, even the overwritten and isolated bits.
So data was erased from
The
it.
terminal has been tampered with, but nothing was intentionally erased.
I was
It
to
seems
hide.
they wanted to overwrite the data to avoid detection. I can show you. Do you have a terminal? I'll send over the data so you can see for yourself.
These records.
I assume you've taken care of Bennett's body.
Capolo.
We dumped him
Capolo's
in the
agent.
Tacit Discord zone overnight. We'll claim
We dumped
he was
him in the
killed by those
Tacit
monsters
Discord, so
tomorrow
they
morning.
killed Bennett. Bennett's even unlucky. Bennett's unlucky everywhere.
So,
He sounds really cool in
Are you
JV.
sure?
I hope I can
are
listen
we
to the
really going to
JV
work
after.
with the Order? Have they made you kill one of our own?
We're in too deep now.
We're in
Handing
too
over
deep
the data
now.
module to the Order
So
will
that's
cement
how
our
the
position as an ally of the authorities.
priest.
We'll
That's how
replace the
Priest
Thessalians.
Alessio
The
had
other
his
resonators in the city are
pendant.
irrelevant.
Will replace the Thessalias. The Order is also working with the Thessalia.
And Bennett, I would have taken care of him regardless. He knew too much. He deserved it for pursuing the Scarlet Velvet matter. Anyone who gets in my way
He's really
shall
the
meet the
ruthless
same
one.
fate.
Yes, sir.
We all stood together on that stormy night. Each one of us losing someone dear. And we all share the desire for our family to find an easier path
Mail
forward.
delete. Mail deleted? Why did I get a mail
The
deleted?
best way to avoid sacrifice isn't fighting, but aligning ourselves with superior powers and knowing when to yield. You may have left the family, and I should expect no more favors from you. But I ask this of you one last time. Please, put this terminal in
Isn't this
Carlotta's
Duncan?
hands.
This is Duncan.
What's in it? Carlotta? What will happen to her?
Echo expired. No, I think I claimed all my echoes.
Nothing. save for the standard location tracking data every terminal holds.
Standard location tracking data?
In 3 days, I'll be negotiating on behalf of the family with the Order. I just want to make sure Carlotta doesn't interfere in the meantime. She'll be given a chance to join our side. I promise. Think about Bennett. If you take care of this, I will overlook what you stole and it'll be a thing of the past. I know you care more about your late friend than you're willing to admit.
Unbelievable. What is Capello even thinking? Killing one of our own? It's a complete betrayal of our family.
He actually doesn't like what Capello did.
With something. My terminal? No, it's too risky.
Oh, he was the one.
I have Bennett's body. Nobody's going to pay attention to a dead man's terminal. I'll record it. Then overwrite with new data. I have to keep this record well.
A terminal? It was part of Capello's schemes. They set a trap. Carlotta, I need to go check on her.
A trap? Wait, sir. Wouldn't Lady Carlotta be in danger?
We already ran off. Off the Rover
goes. Her face this by herself?
Thank you, Danny Damon, for subscribing. Thank you for supporting this stream.
She's already there, so why bother? I trust Carlotta.
Aww, the grandfather trusts her.
It is a trap.
But also an opportunity for her to mature. He does have the aura of one of those mafia bosses. In the meantime, Carlotta is seeing fragments of her past.
What is that?
Her past? Frightened child?
Family will shield you.
Padrino. I should have changed my voice. And then I could have heard him talk in the other languages.
Sir, are you talking to me?
I guess I get to hear English, Carlotta.
Yes. Fret not, Carlotta. Come up to the front, so everyone can see you.
I'm looking at what happened 11 years ago. 2 entirely different moments are crossing paths right now.
Today is a special day. The beginning of your journey as one of us. As my granddaughter, you will now carry the Montelli name. My name. The family's name. And with it, its privileges and responsibilities.
She's reliving her memories.
I knew it. She shares our bloodline.
La Llorona.
She is a true Montelli.
Just
like the Padrino.
These are all the code words. It's like I'm reliving the past. This is not exactly how it happened.
Little thing. Such a nervous look to her.
Clockwork.
Isn't she from the lesser side of the family?
Back then they were actually not. They didn't support her.
What makes her worthy of the Montelli name?
I was thinking it sounded weird they accepted her so
My
easily.
thoughts exactly. I failed to see how she could possibly belong to our ranks, let alone carry the family name.
Someone else?
It was you. Recognition.
Whoa, she has a different
praise.
Color scheme. Whoa.
Glory.
Carlotta's mirror self. Oh, this is what a different version of Carlotta. Thought that was Jingxi's ethnic. Whoa, this looks quite different. It's a bit cracked on her face. And then she has... I kind of like this Carlotta too. I would have pulled for this Carlotta, says Jess. Skin incoming. I like this alter Carlotta. Maybe slightly. I feel like I like the color scheme. It's just black and white with a splash of the crystal shards.
Stay here, and you'll have all of that.
It even has a slightly different personality. Carlotta skin incoming, and then we can get our Camellia skins too. Oh no, she disappeared already. She even has blink. It disappeared, which makes sense.
Is that the exit?
We just walk through. Or are we gonna be back? We're somewhere else now. I kind of like how I get to see all these alter versions in the story quests, starting from Camellia Story Quest.
How do I leave this place?
But it seems like after each one of these story quests, the main lingering feeling is, why can't we get that as a skin? We always want the different versions we see as skins after.
Leave? But didn't you just follow me here?
Yeah, I feel like I like this alter version better.
Cut the nonsense. You were
Maybe
the one
it's
who
always
brought me into
just
this scenario.
everyone likes to have more choices.
Fine.
But she looks prettier
Why
though,
should
I feel like.
tell you.
Her color scheme looks cleaner and I like it better. Yeah, I like this version of Carlotta better. The grass is always greener on the other side. That could be. You always want what you can't have.
But remember, I am a product of your own making. Your memories, your desires, your fantasies. From this moment on, I am also Carlotta Montelli.
I really like the extra details though.
We will share the same past.
The crystallization she has
and
over here.
Even
And then the cracks on her face. I kind of like the details. Who do you use with Carlotta if you don't have the painter girl? You can play her with Sanhua or Taoji Lumi, or you can play her on the dual DPS teams, like Carlotta Changli, Carlotta Xiangliyao, Carlotta Rover. Just have to remember to put it out in the survey. Yeah, if they designed her in the model already, maybe it means there'll be a higher chance of it coming as a skin. I really want this as a skin. Yes, I do think the blue hair matches her blue eyes better instead of contrast. I kind of like this look a lot. And then the black accessories.
Don't pretend we're alike in any way. And keep the Montelli name out of your filthy mouth.
Because this Carlotta has 3 colors. The black on the bow, and then the magenta color, and then her hair. Whereas the other one kind of just has the black and then the white. 可以要这个克莱塔吗？我也想要这个克莱塔。
Oh, right.
And then it even
How
has
could
like
I
the
forget?
extra details.
You worked so hard to earn the illustrious Montelli name back then. And this was your humble abode, correct? A poor little girl from the forgotten side of the family, trying desperately to fit in with the grandeur of her
I like
new
the
home,
ornaments on her hair.
fearing abandonment, and playing the part of a proper lady.
Carlotta's mirror self. Yeah, I love the altar outfit. I do feel like it makes her eyes look more striking too. You're right, and it fits more in the glacial element. And this theme matches her resonator ability color better and the element.
You're a star in the ballroom, a top investor at the auction house. But your true talent,
I would pull for
being
more
the
copies of this
family's
one.
weapon, carrying
If
out
this was the
orders
base Carlotta skin, I feel like I would pull for S2 or S3.
I thought you'd be thrilled with what I'm offering you. Acceptance.
It looks a lot thicker.
Indispensability. Did you see how everyone adored you? Isn't this a dream come true?
The Carlottas point their guns at each other.
Oh, planning to shoot me again?
Let me take a picture of this Carlotta. Screenshot our altar Carlotta. Curl under contrasts. She looks quite striking. Car versus car.
Is born from your consciousness, and it's also my domain. Since the frequencies here can be shattered, they can also be brought together again. Why not
try shooting yourself?
Shooting yourself. Perhaps that will work. Don't be so quick to deny it. If you truly never craved acceptance and recognition, would I even exist?
Her darker self. The gesture. I really hope they give it to us as a skin. You restarted the quest to get a screenshot of their showdown. Their showdown was pretty sick.
Since praise and affirmation aren't enough for you, I'll give you a chance to prove yourself. Show me how much your sweat and tears are worth.
Oh? Imagine we got to fight the altar, Carlotta.
Surrender. Can you keep up?
Who is shooting me over here?
The stage is set. Victory favors me. Is that it? Nice work. But this is only the beginning. You must be dying to know which part of the past this is.
I've seen the outfit in its
Would
entirety.
you like a little hint?
I think I prefer it to the curl one. Thank you for the hydrate. Let me drink some water. And Lady Flora too, please. And our camellia skin. Oppressive as she glances up a haunting memory of that fateful rain-soaked evening. Is this the night everyone keeps alluding to?
Blood debts will catch up with those who have to pay.
The storm is coming.
Ah, now you remember. I knew you'd never forget. The rain that night never ceased in your heart.
Help!
Get to find out what happened.
Damn it! This is a trap! They've taken what's ours! In the name of the Montellis, this won't go unpunished.
Did you hear that? Oh, the panic in their voice. How they must be begging for a capable leader to come and save the day. Wow. Look at you with your brilliant plan. So clever. It could have saved us from our humiliating defeat. And of course, you didn't just come up with it because you knew what happened. No. That idea has been brewing in your mind since that very day. How does it feel to finally have your dismissed plan validated? Back then, no one bothered to ask for your input, did they?
Well, they didn't even ask her.
The big shots like Capello and those old-timers couldn't care less.
For Carlotta, I think it's liberation and skill. And then the forte comes after. Welcome back, I'm definitely not Sam.
The family ended up making the worst possible choice. They called for reinforcements, depleting resources in both headquarters and the East End.
No. Cynthia. Look at me. Please. Why is this happening? The West End. It's all my fault. You're the only family I have left.
I see Duncan lost
Enterprise.
Cynthia.
How much more do we have to lose?
In the end, your dear grandfather had to step in and fix the mess you all made. The plan advanced, but the dead were forever gone. It stands as the greatest tragedy in our family's history, with that blood debt haunting you.
I wonder if you ever got back at the facilities.
Working harder than ever to protect the family's interests. And Capello? Did he think of seeking the Order's protection after that? When it became painfully clear that his power alone couldn't secure his ambitions. Come to think of it, what's so wrong with that? Sacrifices are inevitable, and someone must bear the burden. By doing so, the family's interests can be preserved. Is this not the balance you wish to maintain?
Carlotta and Carlotta.
You were never meant to make decisions.
I wanted to take a screenshot of our two Carlottas.
You really have what it takes.
Welcome Zero Stall to this stream. Congrats Yolis on winning your 50-50 on Jeju.
No matter what you say, I must stop him. Why? Didn't I just show you a better future than what you face now? Merely an illusion of your making. My choices may have altered the outcome, but it's impossible to prove now. The past is set in stone. We only have one path before us. Yes, the cold rain from that night still haunts us. But
and that's why the
we
quest
cannot
is
be
named
shackled
this
by
way.
the past. I might not be in charge, but my principles are clear. Every action I take is for the benefit of the family. I must leave here and stop Capello. Whatever the consequence.
We're leaving our altar. Carlotta.
You're unshakable, aren't you? So you've made up your mind already. Our negotiations have reached a dead end.
Oh.
Then I'll need to try something else to make you stay.
A third illusion? Find the end of the maze. Over here. Can we fly here? Well, I can't even jump here. Choose a path to leave the maze. What's up here?
Left! You should have gone left! Wait!
Capello?
Think it over. I told you before. You should take the easier way out.
Does it keep repeating?
Wrong. Wrong again. Do you really?
I found the altar.
Right path?
Carlotta.
Stay. Let's get lost in this maze together. From one window to another. I'll keep you company.
She just wants to play with us. For Jojo, you can just use the variations. You don't need to pull for her weapon. Or if you have the other 5 stars, you can use the other 5 stars. I can't take a screenshot. I can't even go into immersion mode in here because I can't go to the menu. So what happens if I keep going this way?
Do you truly think you are worthy of the
That's a different
Montelli name?
person. Oh, she's on this side. I see.
Just give up. What
Back
an embarrassing
window.
sight. What is so painful to watch?
And back window's over on this side.
You might have another chance up ahead. Don't disappoint.
Yes, that's right. Keep moving forward. You're getting close. You have to press ahead. Don't doubt yourself.
He's over on this side.
Don't you see? This is what happens when you choose the wrong path and back the wrong horse. The cost
Maybe
be
I
far
go
greater than you thought. Why do you
Where
always
they're
end
not?
up on the losing team?
No, not this way.
Oh, I
Piccoli.
see Francisco.
You should try another way.
I get to
Choose
see all the
wisely.
different characters.
You still have a chance to make things right.
You can check my specs. And exclamation mark specs. The choices seem endless. Turn back to where you started. Just like rediscovering yourself. Oh. We're making our own path. Wait, a dark rover? Or maybe it's the right rover.
Why are you?
Maybe she has
I
been
was worried
fighting
you
the
might be in
other
danger.
Carlotta.
Also, I'm here to deliver.
That's Grandpa's pistol. The rover looks so creepy in the dark.
The gun was always there. You earned the right to use it the moment you chose to act on your own accord.
Is Carlotta's signature worth if you have the static mist? It's 20%-ish better than the static mist in terms of damage. Georgia would be better, but the static mist, the weapon banner is guaranteed. If you already have Georgia, then it depends on if you want to save your pulls for future characters or give her the best. It is quite a decent improvement over the 5-star standard. But if you don't have a Georgia, yeah, you can consider pulling for her too. And then playing her with Carlotta on the static mist.
Looks like you've made up your mind.
Meanwhile, says Fuyu, you getting Carlotta's signature for the drip? I was thinking it does look really fitting for her, but you don't actually get to see the pistol half the time.
Never leaves his side.
Oh, we get a
If he
cutscene.
places it within your reach, it can only mean one thing. You've been entrusted with the authority to act in the name of
Whoa!
Montelli.
In the name of the Montelli, she looks really pretty here.
Where it fires and where it aims, the choice is mine alone.
Carlotta is breaking out of this illusion. She looks really pretty in that art. Head to the stage center. Oh, this red room. There's so many pretty characters. Yeah, pulling from the weapon or using the static mist kind of depends on if you have your sights set on a lot of the other characters. Should you return for this patch? This patch has been peak. This patch has been really good. If you're wanting to return, this would be a good patch to return. We have Rover Spectral with us. Dark, Carlotta's waiting. I kind of want to fight the older version of Carlotta. kind of like how we have Jane Ultra fights. We should be able to have fights with our Ultra self.
Made for killing. Am I really qualified to change the status quo?
Why won't you obey my orders?
I'm getting old. We should take the easier approach.
If we can make other people pay the price.
So, why can't you just give in to me and stay here?
She turns into a knight. Oh, let me get our HP reload.
The hour is upon us.
Why did they even hit me?
Disperse. One with the sound.
My company. Brilliance lights the way. Victory favors me.
Oh, yourself. Oh no, I didn't get my last shot.
How did you let go of confusion and doubt so easily? Those were your true feelings. You and I.
One has the rover. The other doesn't have the rover. Our older Carlotta's disappearing. Story time?
A story about why a certain girl was adopted. Prayer alone offers no salvation. In the face of survival, creed becomes meaningless.
How
dare she eat the tribute? Nanny always said.
I see she took the tribute.
It's not
You're a bad girl. I'm telling Nanny.
Amy Carlotta. Whoa. And then the food turned into gems.
Who would have thought? She's a Montelli after all. The hall is in chaos. Yet she clings to her weapon. What a monster.
This suits a Montelli well. Repurposing decoration into a weapon.
Defying indoctrination to chart the course forward. Her blood runs with the same fierce will as ours. Come with me.
And that's how she got adopted.
The family will shield you and open your eyes to a new world. You will rise.
Her eyes look different as a
become
baby.
A true Montelli.
Oh, they look about the same in the reflections. Someone give this girl a hug. Her eyes are very unique. You tell Carlotta what you learned from the recovered terminal data.
I see. So Duncan was in the dark about the real cause of Bennett's death. He simply wanted to protect his friend's reputation.
Capello's
and
the evil
Capello used
one.
that. Duncan gave us a rigged terminal to cover Bennett's debt, clearing his name. Capello couldn't have tampered with the terminal data himself, or he would have found the information hidden beneath the overwrites. He simply laid a trap at the dock that Bennett visited. I can empathize with Duncan, even to some extent Capello. They're driven by a desire for safety and stability.
A tempting future, even for me. Welcome back, Hatochka. Montelli never forgets favorite grams. Yeah, I really like the Yambi for Carlotta. It's one of the main reasons I'm playing in English for the dubs.
We will never achieve that by surrendering ourselves to the Order. From the very beginning, our paths diverged.
The music here is getting more epic.
To yield to them now means giving up even more. And once we lose our grip, we'll no longer have the luxury of refusal. Grandfather and the others have already paved the way.
Grandfather's on your
follow
side,
their lead
Carlotta.
and chart a course towards a brighter tomorrow. For our family and all of Raguna. Wealth and power will safeguard our freedom. While freedom, in turn, will nurture wealth and power. The Montelli family is set to break the Order's suffocating hold and lead Raguna towards a wider horizon, embracing Septimont, Huanglong, and other countries. And through it all, we will never forget who we are.
Septimont's another region. You're surprised I played English VA the first time. That's because of Carlotta's VA.
The family exists to accomplish what one cannot, and withstand the winds of fate. This is the future I envision for the Montellis. Like I said, we seize control. An all-out war with the Order isn't a wise move. Rather than blindly tailing Capello in search of a hidden data module, let's take control and have him come to us. Scarlet Velvet mentioned they need a formal reply, and we can deliver that. Care to help me give them an unforgettable response in 2 days?
Oh, the upstairs parlor is off limits. Reserved for a private event.
Hey, we have our mask on. Maybe because I put it on? I'm not sure. Or maybe this is the trial.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned it, yes, they did tell me about that. What was that?
We can get ready sooner this way.
You do have a point,
smiles
but
sheepishly.
it's a special day. I need to confirm everyone's identity.
Cat's eye.
What's your code name? Show me your token.
I don't think we have a token yet. Uh-oh.
Hey, Tulip! Why are you still standing there?
We're
here.
Tulip now.
Boss just asked for you.
No, these are the code names. These aren't their actual names.
Ah, a tulip coin. I remember you. You work at the vault, don't you? We had a drink at Margarita's.
Indeed.
No wonder you arrived early.
Yeah. We can talk after getting the job done.
Enter the trading hall. Perfect trade.
Have you made it inside?
Observe the
This area
trading
is under
hall.
surveillance.
Whoa.
On either
Quite a
side
big
of the main
hall.
stage, you should see something that looks like a control panel. Operate it to disable the cameras, then place the gems I made with my forte into position.
That's on the other side. I also... I can jump here. Can I fly in here? I can't fly over. I can't turn on my immersion mode. Enter. I wonder if you turn on immersion mode before entering the domain, does it keep the immersion mode? Blue.
How did it go? Any issues?
All clear.
Everything's fine. Just got to the place we agreed on.
I see you. Serious Capello agent. Stop messing around. The deal hasn't started yet.
Main
Place
hall, 5 o'clock.
Carlottas
Done.
gems.
Back window done.
Back window done.
Blind spot? Done.
Oh, I ran into the wall again.
The front of the hall. Done.
All done.
The setup is complete, and the time we planned is drawing near. How's it going on your end?
I'm out of the mirror and the jam is set up. Capello actually inspired this plan. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to infiltrate. The Order's agents have taken the bait and are at the location.
Blue Rain
and Retriever are primed for action. We'll head out at the chime of the hour.
Wait until the time of the deal. Oh, cutscene? Capello.
Nearly go time. The Order's men should be here. Double check everything.
What an entrance! She just slammed him down!
We should talk, Capello.
You! Why are you here?
That was a sick entrance into the slap. I wasn't expecting the slap.
Carlotta. Looks like you've pieced together the whole story. So it was your crew who tipped us off about changing the time and place for the deal yesterday. Let me guess. You fed the same line to the Order, didn't you? Playing both sides, setting yourself up nicely. But something doesn't add up. You couldn't have pulled this off alone.
We have lots of friends. Specifically, one very trustworthy friend. And even Duncan joined in.
Promise of safety and comfort are nothing but a sham. He's been using our family as pawns, making them pay the ultimate price. Bennett was just one of his victims. He didn't fall at the hands of tacit discords, but to Capello himself. His body was disposed of outside the city's limits. The truth is, Bennett never betrayed us.
We even got the close-up art.
The path of the Montelli family is one of unity. We stand together, leaving no one behind. I can't promise there won't be more losses, but I will prioritize.
Carlotta's already acting like a head of the family.
I do not take sacrifice lightly.
She will be our future head after all. Thank you, Amson, for the hydrate. Let me drink some water. Meanwhile, somewhere people are like, please slap me.
Now, will you continue down this path? Or will you align with our cause for Bennett's sake and your own?
Trust built on deception always comes back to haunt you. You're getting what you deserve.
Now that you've lost both the goods and your trading partners, this is your last chance to bow out gracefully.
Bow out gracefully? Do you think I still care about saving face at this point? My only regret is not being ruthless enough. I should have cut you loose earlier, making you pay the price like the others who crossed me.
Capello has really gone. You've betrayed the family ideals. He doesn't seem to fear for grandfather's wrath at all.
You'll never understand. We lack the power to protect everyone, so what's wrong with seeking a powerful ally? Why not align ourselves with those who share my true goal? You're right. I've crossed the line. But I can still salvage this if I take you out.
I like how he calms down a bit.
Module.
You're right. I've crossed a line.
Everyone, capture them!
We're also prepared. Time to leave. Carlotta with some sick flips. Wow, we even have a dancing fight. We're truly partners. Gotta elegantly waltz our way out of the battle. Time to break out?
Fall for me, will you?
Fall for me?
Then, let's fall together.
Time to break out? I already did. I was thinking surely the appropriate responses we already felt. They definitely wrote that line that way on purpose. Back to the first dance. Bring the data
Scarlet
module
Velvet's
to
people
a
have
safe
secured
place.
Duncan and will bring him to a safe house. He'll return after everything's settled. Regarding the order, I tasked Blue Rain and Retriever to pose as Capullo's agents
Rosemary
and declare the cooperation null and void.
Hello, Rosemary. I'll
No
see you
data
later.
module, no explanation or any follow-up. Capullo is already a lost cause. The Order will realize this soon enough.
That's Carlotta and us. Surprisingly, we're not running together.
The rain's back. I remember telling Grandfather how I hated the rainy season. I once saw rain as a bad omen in Raguna. When it rains, it's easier to wash away bloodstains.
That is true.
That's why acts of revenge usually happen on such days. But today's rain feels different.
It's a
As
cleansing
it
rain.
falls, the troubles of
Welcome,
yesterday are washed
思文
away.
这里的中文是愿意和我生死相随吗？哇，原来如此。
Found my true self again. My present and my
Apparently in
future are
Chinese,
now
the
in my
part where
own
she said,
hands.
"Would you fall for me?" She said a bit more. She said a bit more along the lines of, "Would you pledge yourself to me through death? Would you be with me through life and death?" Is sort of what she said in the Chinese. Take care. What up?
Well done, Carlotta.
Grandpa.
Thank you, Rover.
I know that's a bigger
My
commitment.
girl could not have accomplished this without your assistance.
Carlotta with a small pout. She is capable enough in her own right. Pouting Carlotta.
I had faith in you too, but you surpassed my expectations. It appears I underestimated the potential that you possess.
Grandpa approves of
working
us.
together.
Thumbs up.
What he just said. Looks like someone's been keeping secrets from me, huh? I've been curious. You entered that scenario and delivered his gun to me. How did you earn my grandfather's trust so soon?
We already had a chat by the painting. It's a story between the two of us.
The nerve. Fine.
The
Since
nerve.
we make such a good team, I'll let it slide for now.
Sheepish laugh.
Capullo and his lackeys will face the consequences of their actions.
Vengeance for blood.
Our code is simple. Vengeance
Death for life.
blood. Death.
Looks like we're a true part of the Montelli family now.
No one is exempt. There's a lot at play here. It will require some effort and a true Montelli at my side to handle it.
I see. I'll take care of the rest.
She looks pretty in the rain.
But before that,
Oh? request to join? Are you leaving?
Yes. What, miss me already?
Maybe a little.
No need to feel sad about parting. For each goodbye brings us closer to the next hello.
Really good.
That's my favorite way to think of it.
A countdown to our next reunion. We really get to form quite a close bond with Carlotta in this story.
Needs someone to fill his shoes.
And the main quest.
I must assist my grandfather through this tumultuous transition.
Carlotta, our new upcoming family head. We even get a rainbow. The rainbow after the rain.
Thank you, Rover. As my grandfather said, things couldn't have gone so smoothly without your help and support. Now that the dust has settled, you no longer need to stay with me as Cat's Eye of the Montelli family.
Oh?
But still,
we even get a gift!
I want you to have this. As I said, every member gets a token that matches their code name. So you already have a pair of cat's eyes. Please accept this as a token of my appreciation. No, this gem wasn't crafted by my forte. I chose it just for you. I know someone like you won't stay just for me. And joining the Montelli
Carlotta
family
knows we have too many girls. Carlotta knows Rover harem expands. There's still Shorekeeper waiting for us back at the Black Shores, and we also have Camellia, and then there's also our future and upcoming. I like this picture of her though. Let me take a picture. And there's also Jingxi back and Jingzhou. There are a bit too many. Welcome back, Ron Hits. Carlotta. I keep saying Camellia. It's okay. She happily accepts that we have a lot of other girls.
But I'll keep this code name for you, Cat's Eye. The first and only member to receive my personal invitation.
We even get a pretty art of her looking back at us. In Raguna, there's never a shortage of secluded corners. Yet somehow you found me here. A fortunate coincidence. I had a gut feeling I'd find you here. Seems I'm not the only one who finds their time together hard to forget, am I? What do you say, Cat's Eye? Are you expecting someone? Or perhaps you already have plans with someone else? My answer is no to both questions. If someone were to approach me with a special drink right now, I wouldn't decline a conversation. But at least when I came here, I simply wanted some fresh air. The day is beautiful. The performers' melodies drift from the opera house and the streets are alive with chatter and shouts of people. The city and its people shimmer, golden, vibrant, precious. In this fleeting moment, I can forget about the troubles. What's troubling you? Like my new dress from Nyarlathotep? What to wear for the next ball? Or perhaps which treasures to bid for at the auction? Capello. He has been disowned and dealt with. It's left me with a tangle of new challenges to manage. So they didn't just off him, they disowned him. My priorities remain the same, doing whatever that benefits the family. But now, with this new role entrusted to me, I carry new responsibilities, and with them new strengths. As the next head of the family, My duty to face these responsibilities head-on, and to shape myself into the leader the position demands. But before this fleeting moment of peace is stolen away by duty, on an afternoon like this, will you sit with me, Cat's Eye? Share a drink? Share a bite, Camille? Carlotta looks so happy. Why do I always want to say Camellia? Let's set aside the codes hidden behind every glass for once. Like ordinary folk, we'll just savor the flavors for what they are, as they were meant to be. Thankfully, you have no pressing matters to attend to. On such a peaceful afternoon, sharing this moment with Carlotta feels like the right choice. It's okay, there's a reason why Camellia is S3 and Carlotta's only S0. Well, now we get to sit with her under the sunlight. A peaceful afternoon like this is always a delight, gilded in golden sunlight. To match this serenity, would you care to try a special blend? The scarlet velvet ribbon? Precisely. Opal is more than just a drink. It's her key to reach me. Order it at any bar in Renacita, and the Montelli network will ensure your message finds me. It's a little heart. I see, she's teaching us how to reach her. Where can you find this? It's let me show you the position. Of course, you could also order it to flaunt our bond. It'll grant you the protection of Montelli. Why? Because its recipe is a secret known only to me and a few select Montellis. There's no need for promises. I've already placed my trust in you completely. Alright then, here is the recipe. Listen closely. White rum, rose nectar, pomegranate juice, a pinch of black pepper, and a touch of fritillaria powder. Recite it back to her. A signature drink named after you? Let's come up with one. Feel free to choose any flavor or color, or select a symbol that resonates with you. Well, we get to even make our own drink. Bartending and Wuthering waves too. Let your creativity shape your perfect beverage. What kind of beverage am I to you? My opinion, maybe something with a base of herbs and fruity flavors rather than a pure grain spirit. It reminds me of the quiet kindness tucked away beneath your remarkable strength. But there's no need to rush. You'll have plenty of time to decide what kind of blend embodies you best. Before that, shall we savor this moment? You understand her unspoken message? Some questions aren't meant to be answered right away. She wants to preserve this moment of tranquility, untouched by worry or haste. By your side, she feels at peace. Carlotta looks pretty with a smile, and she hopes you feel the same. Time seems to pause between you. Without exchanging another word, you hold each other's gaze. In the silence, you and Carlotta become what she just described. A golden shimmer, vibrant and fleeting, yet infinitely precious. It's like, oh, we even get a trophy if our language is cocktail. It's like the extra scene we got with Camellia. It's over here. I think you have to come here after 2 o'clock. And then after you finish the Carlotta Story Quest. Congratulations, James, on full clearing Tower of Adversity for the first time. Yeah, I really like her expression. The food looks yummy too. We have the drinks and she has such huge cupcakes.